hear us?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes. Our camera is still not working, so
Okay.
sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay. Were you able to get the homework and stuff completed?
Yes.
Perfect.
I think I understand it. It was kind of confusing in the beginning because they didn't really, at least I couldn't find the equations, like what each number stood for at first, but then I figured it out.
Okay, yeah, this was a little tougher for us.
Yeah.
Hopefully we did okay. Sorry, I'm just going to open up.
It's okay. I need to open my homework up too. Okay, I have my homework up whenever you guys do.
Okay. Sorry, this is slowly loading. Yeah. Can I close this?
Yeah. Did you say that?
Yeah. Sorry, I don't know why it's not going up. Let me try again.
Meeting?
Yeah. No. Let's put it in the separation first.
So you have this group meeting on a live broadcast, right?
Yes. Does it say live?
Well, I'm on it with my phone, so it doesn't say live on mine, but
Okay.
does it say live on yours?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good then.
Okay. And we are now all set up.
Okay.
So, if we go to part 2. What is the research question?
So I put that the research question is whatever we want to know. So after implementing the loading and unloading procedure, it's the mean wait time different than the wait time before.
Yeah, that's what we got as well.
Okay.
Okay, Andrew, do you need to do number, or B? 1B.
State the null and alternative hypothesis.
What?
Oh, sorry. The B. State the null and alternative hypothesis. So the null is equal to 0, and the alternative is not equal to 0.
Yep, that's what I got.
Alrighty, and then for 2, describe the data collection procedure. Researcher collected, assembled times in minutes from 9 factory workers before the change, and then he collected the assembly times for those same 9 workers after the change in the procedure.
Yep, that's what I got. Then for 3, I got the D for difference is 1.056. Then the standard deviation is 2.596. And then N is 9. And then I think we're also supposed to include a histogram, but we can't really show each other, so.
Okay, yeah. And then for 4, what type of hypothesis test is appropriate? A two-tell, because the paired sample t-test for means is appropriate test to perform.
Mm-hmm.
Are the requirements met for this? Test? We assume that the random sample of the population's N is less than 30, so we would need to make a QQ plot in order to test the normality of the data.
Right. So that's because since the sample size isn't greater than 30, then we need to make a QQ plot to find out if it's normally distributed, right?
Correct.
Right.
Then C, I got, I used the quantitative inference Excel sheet and got T equals 1.22 for a two-tailed.
Uh-huh.
Perfect. And then I got, we got for number or letter D, we got 8.
That's what I got.
Compute the p-value to the alpha level, 0.257.
Yep, that's what I got. F, I got the p-value is greater than alpha, so we would fail to reject the null hypothesis.
Perfect. And then we had a significant evidence to say that the time to make 100 products is any different than any implementation of a new assembly procedure.
Right. You said insufficient, right?
Yes, sorry, insufficient.
Okay. H, I put, we would create a 95% confidence interval using the t-distribution. And then for the interval, I got negative 0.9 and 3.0.
Perfect. And then it just did the take action. In a short paragraph, describe the action you should be taken based on the statistic results above. Well, since we had a insignificant amount of evidence, then we just kind of talked about how the plans could just be the same, right?
Yeah, it didn't physically different. Yeah, it wasn't significantly different.
To make
So
any
because it's not, since there's no significant change, they don't have any benefits, so they shouldn't implement it because it wouldn't make a difference.
Okay, perfect. So we can move on to the group.
What?
We can move on to the group quiz now.
Okay.
Let's see. How did you do last week in the homework?
Huh?
How did you do last week with the homework?
Let me see. Last week, lesson 10, I got an A-, but then lesson 11, I got a D. Okay,
me and Andrew both failed lesson 11, and so we thought we were doing pretty well.
Yeah, because in the group meeting we got 100%, right?
Yeah, and so right after the group meeting we did the homework because we were like, oh, we might as well do it since we have it right on our mind, and then we got an F.
Yeah,
so it's how you did
to me.
Okay. Okay, so get it started. Andrew, do you want to read number 3?
Suppose we have a set paired of data. Let D equals X after minus X before. The null hypothesis is 0. The alternative hypothesis not equal to 0. And the population standard deviation is not known. Jordan collects a sample of size 9 and computes D bar equals 2.2 and equals 3.3.
Standard deviation.
It's called the standard deviation.
Okay, so
Deviation of difference.
so then to get the t-score, we would have to use d minus 0 divided by the standard deviation, which is divided by the square root of n.
Yeah. Okay. So right now. Okay.
Oh, it's right up there by the
2.2 minus the null to 0 right? Over 3.3 divided by square root of 3.3 over 2.
So with this question, it doesn't say to round it, so should we round to 3 decimal places automatically, or should we just do a whole number?
Sorry. We got a whole number.
Yeah, I got 2 for the t's, right?
So I would just put 2.
Okay.
Okay, the probability of being greater than 2 is 0.0403. Use the alternative to determine the p-value for this test.
So would we use Excel for that, or?
Yeah. The applet maybe, the probability of being.
Yeah, yeah. Yep, and the area would be, do you have that book?
So we're using the normal probability applet?
Yeah. Well, okay, the probability, it already tells us the probability though.
Wait, so, oh, the probability is 0.0403.
Yeah.
So,
What's the p-value equation? Remind me that.
yeah, what is the p-value equation?
We're going back in our notes. We'll see it.
Did it show that in the book?
Give the book open. It wouldn't be past the test. We can't find it in our notes, so we're going to look in the book. We'll see if...
Yeah, I'm looking in the book, but the thing that I noticed in the book this week is they don't show the original equations. They show it with the examples with just the numbers.
Oh, so you don't know what goes to what.
Yeah, so I'm trying to figure out where they got the numbers from for the BW. I think maybe we have to enter information into one of those Excel sheets.
Yeah.
Does
And then it would give us the p-value from there.
Yeah, so I think we would use the quantitative inference Excel sheet. And then use
Go watch your show. Go watch your show. Go watch your show. Thank you. Yeah.
So you said we'll use the... Oh, no.
I think quantitative inference Excel sheet. But the thing is, we don't have the variables to enter. Also, do we know if this would be a one sample T or a paired sample T?
I don't know. Okay, so I'm looking at this, and it says the probability of being greater than 2.0 is 0.0403. Use the alternative to determine the p-value for this test. So wouldn't we find the z-score and then put the z-score of the numbers up top?
Do what?
Because if we want to find the p-value, that you do find the p-value by putting it in the probability applet, but we need to find the z-score in order to put it into the probability applet.
So then what would we do with the z-score?
We would put it in the bottom of the probability applet.
Didn't they just give us the probability and not the z-score?
Being greater than 2.
So they gave us that the probability, which would be the area, is 0.0403.
Yes, if it was greater than 2.
Right.
I don't know.
should we come back to it?
Yeah.
Looks like that's the last.
New revenue.
Should we just come back to that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, use the data listed below to answer questions 5 through 10. copy and paste the data into the appropriate software and make a column of differences. Use a null hypothesis of mu d equals 0 and alternative hypothesis does not equal 0. Level of confidence A equals 0.10. So I think this is where we use the quantitative inference. But we need to figure out first if it's one sample t-test, paired sample t-test, or two sample t-test. So wouldn't it be, it would either be paired or two sample because you put in two variables.
Because there's two different groups, is that why?
Yeah. Yeah. So it would either be the paired or the two. But I think
So check with the match pair T procedure. So what's the question? What's the question?
We're trying to see if they're a match paired or.
So match paired T procedure says.
so it's either a paired sample t-test or a two sample t-test.
So match paired is the same sample. Data are matched pairs. Differences are normally distributed. Is n larger than 30?
Group 1, group 2.
Can you plug those into
Excel?
Do you have it up?
I think we use the paired sample t-test because that's when we do not equal to.
Okay.
So then we just have to enter in those numbers for groups. For variable 1.
You have to get group 2.
I'm going to take the group 2 off.
Different. Right. So what's your stuff that's over there, sir?
Yeah, getting this. I know what I'm looking for.
Where is B bar? Round.
Mama.
B bar is.
Mama.
Mean of our Can we go like this? You're missing a number, I think.
Did you fix it?
How do you do that? Yeah.
Okay, hold on. How did you get that number? You said I was missing a number? Oh, they're duplicated? Oh, this one was twice. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
On the average of those.
average to these.
You have to go through all of them? Sure.
Yeah, so that's the average.
245. That's the
So what does this mean?
what is standard deviation difference. So standard deviation. So deviation. Oh, it's different.
Oh, I thought you didn't do that. Well, at least we knew we did it, right?
So yeah, standard deviation. Pretty cool. What is it? So what?
Is the test statistic T? No. Yeah.
Do you know where we would plug in A for the Excel document?
Wait, sorry, what?
Do you know where we would plug in A for the Excel document?
What do you mean A?
Alpha? They gave us alpha. They said the level of significance equals 0.10.
I think that we use just the p-value to compare that to. I don't think you have to plug it in. Because looking at it, there's not a spot to plug it in.
Okay. So we're just plugging in group 1 and group 2, right?
Yep.
Okay. And then
0.3.
do you guys know what the difference between D and DF is? Is there a difference?
D in SD or
Between D with the bar over it and then DF.
yeah, so DF is your the freedoms. What's that?
Degrees of freedom. Okay.
Degrees of freedom. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's always n-1,
Right.
which is we have sample size of 20 minus 1.
But then we need to find D with the bar over it. So
Well, that is the
That's
standard
just a-
deviation difference. So that gives us that.
wait, where does it give us the difference?
The mean of your difference.
So you'll have the the summary statistics in one box, and then you'll have another box, and then in your third box it'll say variable 1, variable 2, and then differences, and it gives you the end, mean, the standard deviation, and the standard of error. So you would look at the difference and then go to the mean to answer number 5, and then you would go to the standard deviation difference to answer number 6.
Okay. So then 5 would be 31.060.
Number.
Is that
Number
what
what?
you guys got? Number 5?
No.
We got 209.450. Did you already copy and paste all the information into that Excel sheet?
Yeah. You did it under the paired sample t-test, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I put all of them into variable 1 and variable 2.
Is your... Oh, wait a second.
Null hypothesis is 0. Test statistic is not equal to.
This is not equal to.
Yeah.
And then confidence level is 95%. And
Yeah.
so it says differences and mean. It should say 209.450.
No, mine says 31.060.
How do we figure out difference?
My confidence level is 0.95. Null hypothesis is 0. Type of test not equal to.
So it did change that. So yeah.
If we need to come up with our own number for it to change it.
So why we got that is because we did in the mean, under summary statistic, we went into the mean and put average of 5C through C24.
Oh.
And then it
C5 to C24.
Is that what we're supposed to do?
Wait, you do equal, average. Okay, so then your mean was 31.06?
No, it was 209.
Wait, but just for your mean under summary statistics?
Yeah, we said equals, average, parentheses, 5C, or C.
Right, so was that mean 31.06 under summary statistics?
No, then
No,
once we pushed entered, it switched it to 209.
We had nothing plugged in there, and it said that 31 point whatever you had.
Okay.
So
do we need to plug anything in there?
Yeah, because if you look at those, they go together. 31 is a huge difference between those two means.
I don't know why mine isn't changing.
You went up to your summary statistics and you did equals average.
Yeah, equals average and then parentheses C5 colon C24.
Oh, you didn't do colon. You did a. You did. She did a comma instead of a colon. Does a colon mean?
I think that just means you only did those two, but colon means from C5 to C24.
Okay, that might be our problem.
Colon.
Why did I do that? Okay, yeah. So you're right, it's the 31.
31.
Okay, cool.
5.
Sorry about that.
It's okay.
And then for the standard deviation, think everything else remains the same.
So then standard deviation, did you get 341.134?
341.157.
Oh, I got 341.134. Yeah, because people were being too loud out there. And I was trying to do my scripture study.
I don't know why we're off by just a few.
I don't know either. N is 20, right?
Yeah.
You have N as 20.
Okay, what did you get for 7? Test statistics.
7. Let me look. So what's the test statistic? So then that would just be, I got 0.407.
Yeah, that's what we got as well.
Okay. And then p-value I got 0.688.
And then you'd round it to 9, right?
Well, mine says 0.6884. So
I don't know why we're off a little bit.
I don't know either.
So did you copy and paste it over, or did you handwrite it each in?
I handwrite it each in.
Okay.
Let's make sure we have the numbers right here. Just we'll pull up your Excel sheet and we'll just go down the numbers just to make sure ours they're the same.
Okay.
So we'll just start from variable 1 and we'll go down.
Okay.
202.09, 361.69.
Sorry, your voice cut out.
361.69.
Yes.
Okay, and 114.29. 267.09. 207.09. 185.29. 931.99. 156.99. 493.99. 93.69. 182.29. 142.69. 251.79. 163.29. 168.29. 509.69. 330.99. 122.29.
Oh, I put 122.99.
Okay, so 29.
It's 29. Okay.
28.
That's why it's off.
Okay,
29.
so let's keep going.
There
Maybe
we
just.
go. So
Oh,
then,
yeah. Your mean should be 31.025.
yes. So
And then
that changed. 31.025. Then standard deviation 341.157.
Yeah. Yep. And then what if the test statistic is 0.407? P-value now should be 0.6887.
Wait, T 0.407 and p-value 0.689. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So it says, what is the correct decision based on the evidence? So we take our p-value and compare it to the level of significance, and it looks like we're higher. p-value is higher, is greater than.
So then we failed to reject the null hypothesis.
Failed to reject.
So suppose your alternative is greater than 0. What is the correct decision based on your evidence?
So then when we just, then we would just use the 2 sample instead of the paired sample, right? On the Excel sheet.
To get a different p-value. Why would we do that?
Because the paired sample is only for if it's equal to or not equal to, and then the 2 sample is if it's less than or greater than.
Okay, and then that gives us a different p-value, and then we...
Right. So then if you just copy and paste in the variable 1 and variable 2 for the 2 sample, then... So then equals average of...
So the p-value that I got was 0.310. Or point.
I got 0.319.
Either way, it's less than, or it's greater than the null.
That's true. Okay.
Level of significance. So we would still continue to fail to reject, right?
Right.
So.
Okay. So then the next one, use the data listed below to answer questions 11 through 16. Okay, so null hypothesis equals 0. So then we would use the paired sample again.
And that's not even the right Uh-oh, can you help him?
Were you guys able to get all that put into Excel?
Yes.
Okay. So then 11 asks which is greater, N or DF. So since n is now 22, then for df I got 21.
Yeah, shouldn't n always be greater? Because in order to get the greater than freedom, you just do n minus 1.
Yeah.
Aren't we though? Isn't the null equal to the type test equal to?
Yeah, the null is equal to, so then the
But
alternative would be not equal to.
Okay, so we're doing the alternative?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Okay. So now we need the p-value, which is you get 0.004.
Wait. P-value I got 0.001. Did you change all of the n to 22?
Yeah.
And then you did averages from C5 to C26?
So that if I did that though, then our mean changed. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So.
Yes. Okay. So
then,
that is yeah. What I got was right. What you got? 0.001.
Right. Okay.
Okay. And then what decision do we make? Would we, since it's less than, we would reject the null?
Right. Reject the null because it's less than.
And you decide to try another alternative. This time you do greater than. So we would switch the test type to greater than, right?
Yes. So then we'd be using the 2 sample instead of the pair sample.
So it's still I guess the p-value increased, right? Because it's 0.0017 instead of 12.
Hold on a second. Okay, so then p-value with the 2 sample I got as 0.0017, so 0.002. Is that what you said?
Yeah, so it'd be it increased, correct?
Right.
So then we would, but however, it's still less than the level of significance, right?
Yes.
So we would continue to reject the null.
And then last one. As we have seen, the p-value depends on the alternative hypothesis in general. Which alternative hypothesis would give the smallest p-value? Smallest p-value?
Not equal to.
Right. So now we have to go back to number 4.
Well, okay, it says the probability of being greater than, so would the null be less than?
Number 4. Wait. What are you looking at?
Number 4. It says the probability of being greater than 2 is 0.0403. Use the alternative, so wouldn't the alternative be less than?
Right.
To determine the p-value. So instead of shading the greater side, would we shade the less than side? I mean, I don't know. That's my only thought of how to do it.
Maybe we would do... Wait a second. To determine the p-value. Well, I think we just need to know what the equation is to get p-value. Because they said they want us to use the probability of being greater than 2.0 to determine the p-value. So because the book gave an example equation saying the p-value is 1.06 times 10 is less than, but it doesn't give us an actual original equation.
Yeah, I have no idea how you would determine.
I don't know either. P-value.
Are you finding anything at all, Amanda?
No, I'm still looking.
Okay. Okay, that's what I'm gonna look in the book as well, and Andrew's looking through his notes.
Because all we're given is the probability. Yeah. I keep finding stuff that says the probability is the p-value.
So greater than means it's what kind of test? Is it right tail? Is that what it is? If it's greater?
It means one-tailed? Yeah.
What does it mean if it's right-tailed or left-tailed? Greater.
Let's see if it's greater than. Then it's right-tailed. No, left-tailed. Because it's talking about where it.
Yeah, so if it's greater than 2, then if it's greater than 2, then it will be the right of the distribution.
Right.
So it would be right tail. Is that right?
See, if I put in the probability, like 2, and then go greater than 2, it gives me a probability not the same as from the question.
Okay, so then maybe that's it. Probability output. Phew.
Bless you. Do we use the set of information from the question above?
Yeah. So I was trying to find an equation to find p-value, but I couldn't find it in the book or anything. Because we can't even use Excel to find the probability, the p-value, because it doesn't give us variables.
Yeah.
So maybe we can, I'm just thinking, maybe we can use Excel, but use the one sample t-test.
See,
Like,
that's what I was trying to do.
so delete all of the variables, so there's no variables, but then plug in the given n, the mean, and their standard deviation from 3.
Okay.
Because that's what I did, and then it shows a p-value.
And what's the p-value?
I got 0.040.
0.040?
Yeah.
Alright, so let me see if I can do that same. Did you just say not equal to? But where did you plug in, like, the D and the SD?
So, I put n as 9, and then for the mean I put D, because that's the difference mean, and then for standard deviation I put the SD, because that's the difference standard deviation.
Okay, and that's all the information you plugged in?
Yeah, the n, mean, and standard deviation.
And then you put not equal to?
No, I put greater than.
Well, we're trying to find the null.
Wait, for number 4, they just want us to determine the p-value for the probability of being greater than.
We,
Oh wait. Okay, what I just did with the Excel sheet, I found what they already gave us. 0.0403.
okay, how did you find that?
That's what they already gave us.
Yeah, but how did she found it on Excel? How did you find that on Excel?
You use the one sample t-test and then plug in the n, the mean, and the standard deviation.
Okay. And do greater than. Okay, that's right. So now we want to use the null, which in the problem above it says not equal to, right?
Right. So then, but number 4, what exactly is it asking? It's saying it's giving us the probability of being greater than, and then it's asking us to determine the alternative.
Use the
Wait,
alternative,
no. Yeah.
alternative to determine the p-value.
Okay, so 2 is our alternative. So what if you put 2 as your... What is it?
Yeah, so would we put the null as 2 and then go less than?
It says use the...
I guess, yeah, we do less than as the null.
I don't know.
It doesn't change it in the Excel sheet.
Well, if we're using the thing above, the alternative is not equal to.
So maybe it is just 0.040. Because when I was reading in the book, it was saying the probability is the p-value, which doesn't really make sense.
Yeah, I don't know.
Pull up your preparation.
Yeah, it didn't really say anything about it in the preparation assignment, did it?
Well, I'm trying to remember, because for the preparation, number 4E, we found the p-value using the Excel sheet, plugging that in. So,
So, okay, when I plug it in, and I plug in n equals 9, mean is 2.2, and standard deviation 3.3, and I do not equal to, because that's what the null alternative is not equal to 0, then
it lets you say not equal to?
yeah,
Oh, mine doesn't let me do that. It won't let me change it.
like if you click on the type of test, a little
Yeah.
like up and down arrow pops to the right. Does that happen to yours?
Like a upside down triangle.
Yeah.
So I click on that.
Yeah, and then there should be greater than, less than, or not equal to.
No, it just shows me a blank thing.
Yeah, if you click right in the box, mine pops up like with the little triangles. And I can go up or down. So if I do not equal to, then my p-value is 0.081. So I don't know. I'm half tempted to submit it and just see if that's even right or if we need to keep worrying about it.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what I'll do, because then you both have like yours to have all the answers. Right on yours. Or just, so I got 2. I'm going to submit it and see, then I can know if we even did it right or not.
Okay. So are you submitting it with the 0.081?
Yes, I submitted it with the 0.081, and that's right.
Oh. So you just change it to not equal to.
Yep. However, we did get number 14 wrong. It's decrease instead of increase. And then for 16, it's not enough information.
Oh. Not enough information.
Other than that, we did well.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have any other questions?
Nope. I just hope the homework is about the same as the group work, because if it's harder, that's gonna...
I know. I emailed him about it. Because I was like, why do we like get A's on the group work and then I don't do well on the homework? And he's like, he's like, meet with me in my office and we'll go over the work. So I'm gonna meet with him tomorrow. We'll see if that helps at all.
Okay.
But then does Thursday at 9 work for you?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. And then I didn't even email the other group members.
Do we have other group members?
I have no idea.
Because with David, I think he either dropped the class or joined another group, because I haven't heard anything from him.
Okay, then maybe I won't worry about it then. We will just see you then Thursday at 9.
Okay, sounds good. And then just remember to post the YouTube link and then put all 3 of our names in it.
Okay, perfect. I'll go do that right now.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.